So here we are, we're playing Magic Duels Origins on the iPad. This game is coming very soon to iPad in July, and also to PC via Steam, Xbox One, and then a little bit later on it's going to be joined on the PlayStation 4. It is an entirely free-to-play digital experience for Magic, and if you've not played it before, it's the ideal way to start playing Magic, and if you're already an existing Magic player, you can find it to be a great complement to the games you're playing already in store. And you join us here in the middle of a battle, and we are facing off against Erebos's Titan at the end of Gideon's campaign, one of the 5 Planeswalker stories that you'll be following in the main story mode of the game.
So this is the story mode. This is where we learn about the origins of some of the Planeswalkers. They're quite important characters in the Magic universe.
Oh, absolutely. So these are the 5 most iconic Planeswalkers in the Magic multiverse, and Magic Duels Origins is tied in very closely to the Magic Origins card set, which is also coming out in July, and it tells the origin stories of these 5 Planeswalkers, who they were before their Planeswalker spark ignited, and the key moment in their life that led them to becoming a Planeswalker.
So if people have played previous versions of the digital Magic games, I think this looks quite familiar, it looks quite similar.
It's the battlefield that you know and love from either previous Magic digital games or from playing Magic with paper cards, yes.
Yeah. And everything, I've been playing this a little bit, everything seems a little bit faster this time around, everything seems just slightly slicker. It looks like there's a lot of polish that's gone into this one from the development team. What else has changed if people have played 2014, 2015? What are some of the additions?
So the biggest change with this is the way that we are sort of approaching how you play the game, which is that it is entirely free to play, and every single piece of content in this game is earnable through gameplay alone. There is nothing that you can only get in the game by purchasing it, and we expect that a great number of players are going to play this game and play Magic on an entirely free to play basis for an extended period of time going forwards.
Okay. So we're lining up all of our characters here, our little cards and so forth. So we're playing a white. Is it just a white deck or a white?
Yeah. So we're playing here Gideon, or his pre-Planeswalker name Kithian. We're playing his mono white deck.
Okay. So what should we be looking out for going up against a black deck?
Lots of things coming back from the dead,
right.
And lots of evil things. So we've got an enchantment creature, a zombie here, got a brain maggot trying to steal our forts, that kind of thing.
Typical of brain maggots there.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously we know how Magic plays. If people have played this before, if they've played the paper version, or if they've played the digital version, they know how Magic works,
yeah.
and everything's moving along quite nicely. Can we see? This is obviously the story mode. What other modes are there that are going to be in this title?
Okay, so let's exit this one.
Okay.
We'll concede the battle for now, but
it's
come
a
back later.
They won on a technicality.
Indeed, indeed.
So there's we're in the offline mode at the moment, and obviously you're reconnecting now. This isn't an always online game, is it?
No, in fact there are a number of gameplay modes that you can access during the game without an internet connection. So it's the ideal to take with you when you're traveling or commuting, for instance. Right. So you can play in the solo battle mode, which we'll go into in a second, and also build new decks and have a look through your card collection, without an internet connection.
Okay.
So we'll just have a quick explore of we've talked about the story mode already, let's have a look in the battle mode and see some of the others. So Versus Battle, that's an online game, you playing against another opponent, either one of your friends that you've got added on Game Center, for instance, or you can play ranked matches against match-made opponents of a similar skill level. There's Solo Battle, and this is awesome because you've got virtually endless AI opponents. Each time you delve into the Solo Battle mode, you're going to come up against a slightly different deck with different colours, different strategies, and as I said, virtually endless AI opponents there. And then, of course, we've got, with much fanfare, the return of Two-Headed Giant. This is a fan favourite multiplayer format. It's 2v2 Magic, so you and a friend or you and an AI partner against another team of 2, and it was one of the things that people really wanted to see in the previous versions of digital Magic, so we really wanted to bring it back, and we've got it included at launch.
Fantastic. Okay, so lots of different battle modes. We've got the story mode as well. There's going to be online multiplayer, and it's turn-based via Game Center. Is that right?
Yeah, so you'll have to be online at the same time.
Yep, yeah, okay. And we've also got these quest modes and tutorials and so forth. So there's lots of ways of earning the premium currency that's actually in this. You know, you're saying that you don't need to spend any money necessarily to actually get through the game. You were talking about how the tutorials will kind of very nicely, succinctly bring you through the game. So could you show us one of those?
Yeah, sure. So we've got this great system in the game for new players called skill quests, which is after a very, very quick introduction to the game and how you cast spells, attack and block creatures. That's literally it when you first launch Magic Duels. There are then the options to take skill quests whenever a new card type or ability comes up. So for instance, rather than telling you all this up front, we only tell you when you need to know. Okay. So for instance, the first time that you encounter a card with flying, you have the option to take a skill quest about cards with flying. And we'll have a quick look at... oh, no, they're not in there. They're in the help and options. We'll have a quick look at one of these now. We'll look at one of the basic ones. Oh, no, actually, let's look at one of the ones about game.
Oh yeah, advanced. We're advanced.
Yeah, we're advanced players here. Let's look at the one for First Strike, say.
Okay.
So this will pop up the first time that you encounter a creature with First Strike, and you have the option at that point to take the skill quest, and it earns you a few coins. Now we've already done this one, so actually let's try a different one.
Okay.
How about one on +1/+1 counters? Oh no, we have done that one as well.
You've been rocking through these.
Yeah, I've been trying to earn my coins as quickly as possible. Okay, let's look at counter spells. See, this one can earn us 10 coins, so let's take it now.
Okay.
So, for instance, the first time that a counterspell card is shown, either by one of our opponents or we have one in our hand, you'll have the option to take this skill quest, and then you can just add to your sort of repertoire of magic knowledge a little bit at a time. Right.
Okay. So instead of giving you, a huge tutorial up front, which I think can be quite off-putting for new players, it's simply a need-to-know basis of, oh, you've come up against something that, has a flying ability or something like that.
Yeah,
and you'll be able to learn on almost
as you go.
Yeah, as you're going on. Okay, so there's a bit of tutorializing here.
Yeah. So essentially, it's more like when you're playing face-to-face Magic. Is the first time you learn about a new ability or something is the first time you encounter it.
Yeah. So what do we need to do here?
We need to stop the timer when our opponent is going to play something that is going to be bad for us.
Okay.
So we're going to block here. And I think our opponent is going to try and play some kind of spell to make this combat go in their favour.
Okay.
Uh-oh, press this timer. So we want to stop them from playing that giant growth there with our cancel.
I see.
Stopped.
So that giant growth would have made them really powerful, and we've just stopped that.
Oh yeah.
And now
we have our Goldforged Sentinel has beat off the Festerhide Boar in this combat, and now we'll be going to be able to attack for the win on our turn here. So, our land for the turn. And get in for the win.
Marvellous. So those are the basic modes. That's kind of a quick overview of what's coming along. Obviously you said PS4, Xbox One, Steam, and it's coming to iPad as well. No iPhone version confirmed at the moment.
Well, we know that our fans really, really, really want to play Magic on their iPhones.
Okay.
I'm happy to tell you that it is something we're working on.
Okay.
I've seen the beta build. It's looking great.
Okay, awesome. And it's coming out sometime around July.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing lots of singing and shouting as soon as the game is out. We're finalising with our platform partners the exact dates that the game will be available on in each territory.